Hey everybody, this here is Muhammad Sonic Boohoo here. And yep, I'm going to show you the brand new deck profile, which is from the King's Court Booster Pack. And it contains some new useful cards, you know. For any deck to be precise, yes? So without further ado, we're gonna go to the monsters first. So we're gonna start with the latest monsters. I mean, I'm obsessed with knights, you know, and yeah, that's what I am, yeah. And with the monsters, I want triple copies of Queen's Knight. And she's the only knight that catches your opponents off guard, dominating them with swift yet graceful attacks. Yeah. The only normal monster you would ever run, yeah? As well as triple copies of King's Knight. Why do you think King's Knight and Queen's Knight look good? Because of that, when you know something, you have Queen's Knight, you can even bring out any Jack's Knight from your deck, yes? Which is what I run. Yes. Which is what I run. Yes, triple Jack's Knight. Because you can either get your Link plays or use Joker straight. You can even bring out any Egyptian god card you ever wanted. But yeah. Also, I like running triple Joker's Knight. Why? Because Joker's Knight, you can send any Queen's Knight, King's Knight, or Jack's Knight from your deck to the graveyard to special summon it. But the name becomes the same set monster's name until the end phase. But you could, when it's in the graveyard, you can shuffle it back any of Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight, or Arcane of Triumph Joker, and add it to the hand to use it again. They're recyclable, you know? Which is what I use, yes. Also, I like running, I run 2 Arcane of Triumph Joker. Because of it, if it's your graveyard, you can send Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight from your hand or Monster Zone to the graveyard to special summon it. I mean, it gains 5 other tap points, times the number of cards in both players' hands, yeah? Like, say if I have 5 cards, and he has 5 cards, that's 10,000. But I can discard a card and destroy all face-up cards at the same time, which is a monster, spell, or trap as a discarded card. That's why Arcane Triumph Joker will be easier to use for Thunder Speed Summon. He has question mark and tap points, yeah? Also, I run triple Imperial Bower. Why? Because with Imperial Bower, I can easily do this. If I have no other monsters I can tribute a card, take 2 different monsters from my deck, come on the Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and / or Jack's Knight. I can either add to the hand, but special summon each monster. I would choose to special summon any of it, yeah? That's what I would think. Yes, that's right. But since we're done with these, we can go to the other monsters. So the other monsters I'd usually run would be Photon Thrasher, Command Knight, and also the 2 hand traps, Effect Veiler and Ash Blossom. I mean, Photon Thrasher, you can special summon it immediately. And with that done, all you could think of is this. You can easily go into your Link plays or Xyz plays, whichever you want, or Fusion, whatever it is. I mean, Command Knight, all warrior type monsters gain 400 attack points. But if you have any other monster, you cannot be targeted for attack. Effect Veiler and Ash Blossom would be the only ones I'd use to negate any card effect, yeah? But also, I like running the 3 Egyptian god cards. Obelisk the Tormentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and the Winged Dragon of Ra. I mean, Cypher and Ra both have question mark attack points, so it's good searchable for Thunderspeed summon. Obelisk is not. I mean, surely if I use Joker's Straight, I can immediately normal summon, who knows what happens. Yeah. So let's go to the spells here. So for the spells I run, for the spells I run 2 copies of Base Card Fusion. Why? Because I can fuse so many light attribute warrior type fusion monsters and actually extract using monsters in my hands or field as fusion material. But if I have Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight, I use 1 monster. But if I control them on the field, I can even use 1 monster from my deck as material, yeah? That's why I like Base Card Fusion. Also, I run 1 Joker Straight. Why? Because I can discard a card and special summon any Queen's Knight from my deck, and I can add King's Knight or Jack's Knight from my deck to the hand. And immediately after it resolves, I can also summon a monster. But I can't special summon any monsters in the extra deck except for light attribute warrior type monsters. That's easy to first I can also summon King's Knight, and I can bring out Jack's Knight from my deck. Then I can even bring out the Egyptian God cards, or I can't try out Joker, yeah. That's what I would run Joker Straight. It's also a cyclable though, but you can shuffle any light attribute warrior type monster, you can add it back to the hand. Yeah, that's why Joker Straight, 1 copy of Joker Straight's good. I run 2 Thunder Speed Summon. Why? Because during the main or battle phase, I can immediately normal summon a level 10 monster, like any Egyptian God card. Or if I control Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight, I can apply the effect instead. So all I do is I would add a level 10 non-dark attribute monster with the question mark attack points to my deck to the hand, and immediately after the effect resolves, I can normal summon 1 monster. Like bringing out your Cypher or Ra. They both have question mark attack points and question mark defense points, yeah? And they're a divine attribute, which is what I can say, yep. Divine attribute. So for the next pile I have here, would be the next spells I have here would be 1 polymerization, 1 reinforcement of the army, 1 reinforcement of the army's troops, 1 greater polymerization, a burial. I have Thought of Acquisitiveness. Oopsie. Even Unexpected Die, which I have forgot to sleeve this one. And also I'm a Monster Reborn as well. So let's go to the equip spell. These 4 equip spells I would run, yeah? Big Bang Shot, Malevolent Nuzzler, Divine Sword, Phoenix Blade, and Magnum Shield. I mean, these are the ones I can mill for any warrior type monster I would use for Isolde. Well, all for the spells. Now we go to the traps. The traps, I run 2 Jokers Wild. Why? Because during the battle phase, like I said, 1 spell from my deck to the graveyard. I specifically list all Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight. And the effect of it becomes the spell effect that was activated. But if it's in the graveyard, I can shuffle any of my light attribute warrior type monster in my graveyard, and I can add it to the hand. I mean, Joker's Wild is definitely recyclable, you know? And also I run triple copies of Court of Cards. Why if I use Court of Cards? Because if I control no other monsters, or that I control Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight, and I saw Jack's Knight, I can special summon any Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight from my hand or graveyard. But I can banish up to 1 of each. And I can draw the same number of cards I banished. That's what I like to run. Never had some strike. Also I run one jar avarice, and an infinite permanence, you know. Jar avarice, you can shuffle back any cards from your graveyards back to the deck to draw a card. And infinite permanence, you can negate any monster effect. This is what I like to run, you know? And without further ado, we're gonna go to the extra deck. So the extra deck begins with triple Arcana Knight Joker. That's what I like about Arcana Knight Joker. I mean, what I like about Arcana Knight Joker is you can discard, you can do the fusion zone with above materials, but with polymerization or greater polymerization or face card fusion. But when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated that targets it, I can even discard the same type to negate it. That's why I would use Arcana Knight Joker. And now we're gonna also run one Guilty Gear Free, the Magical Steel Knight. Cause when a card effect is activated, targets it, I can negate it and I can destroy a card in the field. But if it was fusion using only a monster on the field, I can do 2 attacks in this one. But if it battles a monster, I can banish a spell and it gains the attack points equal to half the current defense points, thanks to Guilty Gear Free, the Magical Steel Knight. Yeah. Without further ado, we're gonna go to the Xyz monsters. The Xyz monsters I run will be Blade Armor Ninja, because you can attack twice with it. I run the 3 heroic champions, like heroic champion Excalibur, Gandiva, also yeah, Kusanagi. Because thanks to Gandiva, when a level 4 lower monster is supposed to summon, I can use the Xyz monster and I can attach the material and destroy a special summon monster. I mean, Excalibur, I can use 2 overlay units and make its double attack points, yeah? And Kusanagi, when it's activated, I can, when a trap is activated, I can attach the material and again destroy it. And it gains 500 attack points for each run. And also I run Tornado Dragon. With a Tornado Dragon, I can use it on either player, the effect on either player's turn to destroy any spell or trap card in the field. So, next up will be the Link monsters. So the Link monsters I run would be Arcana Extra Joker. Because it requires 3 warrior type monsters with different names, like using Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight. But when a spell trap or monster effect is activated that targets a face-up card on a field or a monster that it points to, I can discard the same type and negate it. But when it's linked summon cards destroyed by battle, I can spell summon one level 4 warrior type normal monster from my deck, and I get to add up any level 4 warrior type monster. Like if I summon spell summon King's Knight, if I spell summon Queen's Knight, I can add King's Knight. Then I could summon it 2 as well for my next turn and bring out Jack's Knight to combo off maybe. Also I run the other Link monsters like Borreload, 2 copies of Isolde, and Saryuga. I mean Saryuga, if I were to use Saryuga Skull Dread, who knows what would have happened. And with Isolde I can add a warrior type monster, but I can't summon or set the monsters that name, nor activate the effects as well. But I can send any equipped spells with different names and specially summon any warrior type monster. So I run. I mean I would go off with Borreload Dragon as well. Who knows what I'd use this deck for, yeah? Well, that's all for the cards. And thank you for tuning in, everybody. Stay tuned for more elevator videos and deck profiles, alright? Bye. Don't forget to comment, rate, or subscribe to my channel, people.